Hello everyone, it's Justine. Today I am making my first Halloween card for 2022. And this is featuring the Haunted House die from the Boo Dance Party core collection from Spellbinders. I also used the hypnotic background for the glimmering on the back of the purple paper there. And the sentiment that I have in my hand is called Baddie for You, and that is from the Spooky Sentiments Glimmer pack. And that's not a new release, it's been on their website for quite some time. So I just pulled that in to add a really fun, kind of corny sentiment to this Halloween card. So with the haunted house, you can see the dies are in the top right corner or top left corner. There's of course the house, a circle for the moon, a few clouds, a few rectangle shaped pieces that are going to be like a little walkway. There's ghosts and bats. Now this card has the sentiment Baddie for You, so naturally I'm using the bats on this card. So you can use the bats and the ghosts, but I chose to make one card with ghosts and one card with bats. So here is my Baddie card. Fun fact about myself, I do not enjoy bats, but I had to make a card with the sentiment because Baddie for You is just a really cutesy sentiment, so I just had to. Now, these little clouds, I chose to kind of reverse them so they didn't look too uniform, and I have kind of a cream and a white cloud. It was so easy to die cut all of these pieces because, of course, all of the Spellbinders dies come free from each other, so you don't have to sit there and snip anything. I hate doing that. I think it's so dangerous too. I've cut my hand, and I had to cut apart a die last week from a different company, and the little metal piece went flying and it cut my toe. Not even kidding. So happy that the Spellbinders dies come loose, which is wonderful. So what I like to do is I like to take my dies and figure out, okay, I want the house in black. So I first go to my scrap area and find a black piece of paper that's going to fit the size. And I just put it on my die cut machine and just wait. And then I think the moon, okay, a creamy moon. All right, find a cream. Get it on there, put it on my machine. Get the black for the bats, etc. So then I just ran it through my die cutting machine once with almost everything. I did go through and make another set of clouds because I'm using 4 on this card, or 3. And I am also using 4 bats, so I had the bats go through again. So that was pretty nice. And this orange, now that I am inlaying into the house windows, is scrap or leftovers from another house that I die cut out. So I just saved the little pieces because I wanted the windows to glow with orange. I think that orange, purple, and green are kind of popular Halloween colors, and I knew that the orange would be kind of a spooky glow, so I chose orange for the window colors. The tricky part was figuring out what piece went where, but with my jewel picker it was pretty easy. I just put a little dot of glue and then rearranged the pieces so they fit inside the windows. And if I had to remove it like this, I just used my reverse tweezers and found the right spot. I ended up having all of the correct pieces except one, so I took a little scrap of that orange paper and ran that through my die cutting machine once more, just on the area that I lost the piece for. Not a big deal, but you know. I also wanted to mention that if you see on the top right hand corner, I have that circle of double-sided adhesive, so I pulled that out from my card making stash. So for the adhesives, I'm using that double-sided tape and the liquid glue, which is Barely Art liquid glue. So both of those can be found on the Spellbinders website. I love the glimmer plate that's on the back here, that hypnotic background. I think that it looks really cool to do a color, like a tone on tone, so purple paper with purple foiling. I think that looked really cool, so I'll definitely be doing that in the future. Also, with my little hill that I have behind the house, I just took a scrap of gray paper, and with my scissors I just cut like a swirly line, or not really swirly, but just a hill, and I didn't need a die cut. I think that sometimes in the world of crafting we can get a little crazy with, oh, I need a die for this and this and this, and it's like, well, you have a scissors, and you know, if you're not great with just free cutting, take a pencil, die, and draw it and cut and see what you can do. I recently kind of found myself in that, oh no, I don't have that kind of mode when I made that kind of like an Ursula card. I thought, oh, I don't have any octopus dies at all. Nothing. No stamps, anything. And I thought, well, maybe I could just draw it and cut. So that's what I ended up doing, and it worked out pretty nicely. So give it a try. I don't know. You don't need a hill die. If you really want one, I suppose you could, but try to get creative. It's my message here. All right. Well, if you do not like the Glimmered Sentiment Baddie for You from this Boo Dance Party collection, they do have Boo Dance Party sentiments, which have really adorable little sentiments that go nicely with this house, and also with the little dancing characters, I guess. There's the ghost, the mummy, and they're just kind of cute. So I did make a couple cards with those, so I'll put those on my channel as well. Here's my little scrap of my orange that I'm going to die cut out for that left window, is missing that inlay. So here we go. Just a little scrap like that. Actually was in my garbage because I usually don't save tiny scraps like that unless they are white, black, or gold mirrored, or really any of the mirrored cardstocks, because I just don't have space for all of the paper, and black, white, and the mirrored cardstock are pretty popular for me to reach for, so I do save those, but other things I don't. So I have a little paper garbage that I keep by my spot, so it wasn't like I was pulling it out of anywhere gross. I'll just set that in there, and all I have left to do is add on the bats. So if you've liked this card so far, please hit the like button, and it basically helps YouTube give you more videos that you like. So, and it also helps my channel by suggesting this video to other people who might like this kind of content. So thank you in advance if you do that, and if you're interested in more videos from me, please hit the subscribe button, and YouTube will give you little notifications when I post a video so you can see more cards that I make. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next video, which I am posting almost every day in August, so stay tuned for even more.